Hey guys, today we're diving deep into something nobody talks about enough: how abuse literally rewires your brain. If you've ever wondered why trauma sticks with you, why you feel anxious, or why it's so hard to break free from certain thoughts and emotions, this video is for you. And guess what? Science has proven that abuse actually changes your brain's structure. But don't worry, I'll also show you powerful ways to reverse the damage and take back control of your mind. Stay with me to the end. You don't want to miss this. And if you're ready to take back your power, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing insights. Did you know that if you've experienced prolonged stress or emotional abuse, your brain might actually be losing memory space? The hippocampus, which controls learning and memory, shrinks under extreme stress. This is why victims of abuse often struggle to concentrate or remember important details. Ever blanked out in an exam even though you studied hard? Or struggled to recall a happy childhood memory? Yeah, that's your hippocampus struggling under stress. A study in biological psychiatry found that people who experienced childhood abuse had a much smaller hippocampus than those who didn't. But here's the good news: healing is possible. Stick around, I'll show you how. You know that feeling when your heart races for no reason? That might be your amygdala overreacting. The amygdala is like your brain's alarm system, but abuse cranks up the volume. This is why survivors of abuse often feel on edge, anxious, or experience panic attacks over things that seem small to others. You hear a loud voice and suddenly feel terrified, even though no one is threatening you. That's your amygdala trained by past abuse telling you to run. Dr. Bruce Perry, a top neuroscientist, explains, when the brain is repeatedly exposed to fear, it remains in a constant state of hypervigilance. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. I'll show you how to calm your amygdala naturally in just a minute. Ever feel like you can't make decisions or you second-guess yourself all the time? It's not just in your head. It's literally in your brain. The prefrontal cortex, which helps you think rationally and make decisions, weakens after prolonged abuse. This is why some people feel stuck in toxic relationships or make impulsive choices without understanding why. You want to say no to something bad for you, but before you know it, you're right back in the same cycle. Harvard research confirms that trauma interrupts the growth of the prefrontal cortex, making it harder for people to regulate their emotions and set healthy boundaries. But guess what? Your brain can be rewired. I'll show you how in just a sec. Did you know that abuse literally drains your brain of serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals responsible for happiness and motivation? This is why survivors of abuse often battle depression, low self-esteem, or feel emotionally numb. Example: you used to love music, hobbies, or hanging out with friends, but now you just don't feel like doing anything. The American Psychological Association confirms that abuse rewires the brain's pleasure system, making happiness harder to access. But don't lose hope. I'm about to share a game-changing way to reset your brain chemistry. Now that you know what abuse does to your brain, let's talk about how to reverse the damage and take back control. 1. Seek therapy and emotional support. One of the most effective therapy techniques for trauma is cognitive behavioral therapy, specifically the thought record technique. Here's how it works. Every time a negative or fearful thought pops into your mind, write it down. Next, ask yourself, is this thought based on facts or is it a fear from my past? Then replace it with a new rational thought. Example, instead of I'm not good enough, reframe it as I am healing and I deserve love and success. Why it works. This technique rewires your brain by creating new, healthier thought patterns over time. If this sounds helpful, hit that like button to let me know. 2. Calm your brain with prayer and mindfulness. Your brain can learn to relax. Studies show that meditation and prayer help reduce amygdala activity, making you feel safer and calmer. Scripture says, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. Isaiah 26:3. This means that no matter what has happened to you, God's peace is available if you lean into Him. 3. Surround yourself with safe people and positive energy. Healing happens in safe spaces. Seek out people who listen without judgment, support your healing journey, and encourage your growth. Drop a hands up emoji in the comments if you have at least one supportive person in your life. 4. Reset your brain with small daily wins. Every small win rewires your brain for success. Try this challenge. Write down one positive thing about yourself every morning. Celebrate every small achievement, no matter how tiny. Move your body. Exercise helps boost dopamine levels. Your brain can heal, and you're stronger than you think. Now I saved the best for last. Luke 4:18 NIV. The Spirit of the Lord is on me because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free. Jesus came to set you free. No trauma is too big for God to heal. If this video spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video if you found value. Share it with someone who needs healing. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another brain-boosting insight. You are loved, your mind can heal, and your best days are ahead. See you in the next video.